Your child may know their ABCs perfectly, but still struggle with simple reading words. And honestly, this is something I see with many children. So many parents ask me this: what exactly is phonics and why is everyone talking about it? So let's understand it very simply. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kanika, a teacher with over 3 years of experience. If you want simple tips to help your child learn better without pressure or frustration, you are in the right place. Let's get started. Now our question is, what is phonics? Phonics is basically teaching children the connection between letters and their sounds. For example, A says A, B says B. When children learn these sounds properly, they slowly start blending sounds together to read words like cat, and this is what actually helps children become independent readers. So now our second question would be, why is phonics so important for children? The biggest reason is that phonics help children actually understand how reading works instead of just memorizing words. For example, if a child has learned sounds properly, they can try reading a new word on their own by blending the sounds together, and that's a very important skill because we want children to become independent readers gradually. Another benefit is spelling. Many children struggle with spelling because they are trying to memorize the whole words visually. But when children can hear sounds clearly in words, spelling starts making much more sense to them. Phonics also builds confidence. When reading feels too much, children often start to avoid it or feel nervous while reading aloud. But when they understand sounds and blending, reading becomes easier and much less stressful. And lastly, phonics also helps with pronunciation and speech awareness. Children begin listening carefully to sounds and words, and this improves their clarity and language development as well. So phonics is not just about reading one subject properly, it's building a very strong foundation for communication and learning overall. Now, one very common mistake that I notice many parents make, and honestly it's extremely common, is teaching only letter names in the beginning and not the actual sounds. So children learn A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, and they can say letter names very well, but when it's time to read word, they get confused because for reading, children need sound more than letter name. For example, instead of teaching B, we focus more on the sound B, because when children knows the sound, they can start blending more easily, like bat, bat, and this is what helps reading become smoother and more meaningful for them. What this series will cover: so in this phonics series, we're going to learn everything step by step in a very simple and practical way. We'll cover letter sounds, short vowels, long vowels, blending, digraphs, trigraphs, tricky words, word families, sight words, reading practice, and spelling tips, and many more other important phonics concepts. I'll also try to share simple activities and teaching tips that parents can easily use at home with their children. So whether you are a parent, a beginner teacher, or someone teaching early learners, this will help you understand phonics in a much simpler way. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss simple parenting and learning tips. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.